How's everybody doing? Y'all have a good week? I hope so. I really did. I'm glad you could join me. Tonight I'm gonna try maybe a little bit of a Dutch pour on a board, one of my boards, and then I'll put handles on it and some matching coasters. I'll try to do this setup and we'll see how it goes. But there are a few things I want to talk to you about before we get started. I have made a new friend. It was actually really funny. She was on one of the websites looking for a Canadian, where in Canada she could get good resin pigments and resin, and people were giving her my name, and she messaged me, and she says, "Oh, I had been on your website, and I see you're in the Barrie area, or in Barrie," and I said, "Yeah." And she says, "Oh, we're neighbors. I live in Innisfil." And I said, "Well, we're closer than you think, because so do I." She just lives down the street. Anyway, she came up, and we got to know each other, and she's a wonderful woman, and she can do amazing work with acrylic, and now she's getting into resin, and she's a fabulous artist, and I'd really like you to go and check out her YouTube channel too. We're going to do a collaboration soon, and you can meet her. She's beautiful. Her name is, I'm not going to get this right. I know I'm not. Kenella Kanello. And her last name is Ciraco Art. I will put it in the link at the bottom, and if I'm not saying this right, honey, please forgive me. That's, why I'm safer with calling people hun and sweets, because I'm not good with names. So please forgive me. But guys, go check her out, because honest to God, she's awesome and she's beautiful. And her art is fabulous. So I'm going to learn a lot from her, and maybe I can teach her a thing or two. You never know. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is my colors, my tints. And remember, they are tints. They are not paint. They are tints. And that's why such a little tiny bit goes such a long way. They will be in next week, and I'm going to do a promotion because I want you also to get trying my resin. And at $50 a kit, it's actually not bad, but I'm going to do a promotion, and I'll do the math and figure it out. But I'd like you to, I know you're going to love these pigments. These tints are going to blow your mind. You're going to love it. And the fact that you seriously just need a little is going to be amazing. And the cells that you get, you're going to love that. But I really do want you to try the resin. I know what I said about Artworks resin, and I still stand by that. Don't get me wrong. But I had tried, Pro Marine, crystal resin, stone coat resin, art resin, and then I tried Artworks resin, and Artworks resin just did it for me. I was comfortable. I loved it. It did what I wanted. It had that quick 12-hour curing time that you can, move it and touch it, and yes, it still took 72 hours to cure completely, but to be able to move it with stone coat, you couldn't do that. You couldn't even really touch it in 12 hours. With Pro Marine, way too many bubbles. I was asked what I wanted in a resin. I said what I wanted in a resin, and I got what I wanted in a resin. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, which at first I wasn't too sure of, but I wrote out a whole thing that I'll send with it that, you know, makes it easy. Oh, I want this, so I'll follow Deb's instructions. So it's easy. But this is everything I wanted. It's got an amazing shine. It dries in cures in 12 hours and then completely cures in 72 hours. You can do smaller molds. You've seen, oh, I'll show you in a sec. You've seen some of my smaller molds and my crystals. I can do that with this. I wouldn't do a bigger mold with it. It's not a casting resin, which stay tuned because that may be next. It's a wonderful, wonderful resin. So I want you to try it. So I'm going to do a promotion that makes it easier for you to try it and my new tints. And so stay tuned. That'll be coming up. But speaking of that, I did this crystal mold. I did these two last night. One is with, these are my new crystal molds that I did. This one is with online, just for you, online UK glitter, gold glitter. And this one is with Artisue's Electric Blue. Ooh, look at the sparkle that I got in the bottom, putting on, when I did the mold, putting in real crystals. Now the mold, everything I put in it comes up with these amazing sparkles. So, yeah. And that was with my resin. Okay, enough said. You know what I'd like you to do. I hope, you know, you give me the chance to prove to you what I'm talking about. That's all I ask. Just give it all a chance, okay? Okay, so let's get started, guys. Here is the board. I'll move you back a bit when I go to do the coasters. Here's the board. Let's get started. And guess what? We're working with colors I'm not keen on tonight, so let's see how it turns out. We're working with greens. And if you know me at all, or if you've followed any of my stuff or seen any of my work, blue is my thing. It's my zen color. It makes me feel happy. I love working with it. I love coming up with new blues and having this opportunity to have my own colors, pigments, is friggin' awesome. So, getting out as much of the resin as I can so we're not wasting much. So another thing about my colors, guys, is they are safe for, well, this will all come with it. I'll do a sheet up to come with it, but they are all, you can flush them in your septic. Not that I'd want you to, but if they did, they're safe. Your municipal waste, it's safe. One thing is that it's, you know, it can heavily stain your countertops, so always, but I mean, you're an artist, so you know, always have your work area covered. It's better for you and anything you're doing. It washes up really well, though, so that's something you don't have to worry about. Just not on your counters, guys. It'll stain certain counters. Okay, so we're going to use Artisue's green gold because none of my metallics are in yet. But Artisue's green gold is so pretty. It's a nice, I'd say granny apple green with, or maybe not, it's hard to tell, with the gold tinge. You can definitely see the gold in it. We're going to use it. We are going to use, and I didn't again bring down my list, we are going to use this green of mine, and that's all we're going to need to get an opaque. Look at that. You saw the little bit, and I could have gotten away with even less probably. And look at opaque. That's green, and this very pretty, remember I call it Tiffany. It looks like, doesn't it look like the Tiffany box? Yeah. So it's a kind of a blue, light bluey green, very light. And there we go. Same thing. That little tiny bit on the stick, probably still could have used less, but I'll get comfortable with it. I'm used to using a bit more of all the colors. So will you be? So you just got to teach yourself you don't need that. You just dip it in and there you go. Okay, and now the base color is going to be white. And I'm doing two, what do you call it, cups of them, so that we can cover my, sorry, I almost put it away and I need it again, cover my coasters as well. So, there we go, it's 1 cup. And our 2nd cup. Actually, if I'm going to, I might need more than I think. We'll see. Actually, I might try something. I was going to do a Dutch pour, but I can do it in sections. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, right? Okay, so now I also want to use some of these crystal chips. Actually, they're rounded off, and they will be really, really pretty on the board. And when it has gotten tacky, so you probably won't see this part, I want to put these beautiful little fake crystals in there. Okay, so let's start. It's the largest cup, this one I think. Let's start with my white. And I'll spread that out. I should have used a bit more. But I won't have enough for my coasters. Okay, so should I use, well, we're going to have to, guys. I don't have enough. Hopefully I'll have enough for my coasters. We'll see. Okay, let's heat this up a bit. Where did I put you? Over here. like my sides. There's a hair, mine. Okay. Now, we'll start with the darkest green. Save the rest for the coasters. We'll go with the green gold. And now this light greeny blue. More white around each one so I can blow it over. And see how that turns out. That greeny gold is so pretty against my dark green. And yes, guys, I'll get used to remembering the names of my own colors once I've got them here. Oops, sorry, guess what we did again? Okay, who has this issue with their friggin' cord getting all tangled in a circle? Okay, that's kind of cool. I think I could use a little tiny bit more of, but I don't know. We'll see. Artisue's green gold here. Oh man, is it ever getting really nice cells. Lacing. Very good. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it right there. And yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to leave it right here. And I'll come down later and fix up the sides, my edges. But I'm going to do the coasters. So see the coasters. And what I'm going to do, because I don't have a lot of white, so I might put a bit of white in the center of each one. And then do my colors on top of that. The darker green. Gold green. And the lightest color. white around it. Out a bit. I'm going to come around behind you guys. Okay. And we'll leave them for now and see how they fare. Okay, so we've got that part done. So, I'm going to take my gloves off to set these handles. And I'm going to, where are you? Good. I'm going to set this one right here. Yes. Dead on. Dead on. Okay. Now, I want to try something else, which means, actually, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it tonight because it's going to mess up. I'm going to put a bit of clear, use it tomorrow, and I'm putting legs on this board. It's going to have legs. Can you see that? It'll be a leg that'll sit right there. And it'll keep the board off your surface by this much. So it's going to be kind of cool. Okay, so that is something I will do tomorrow and show you when it's done. So let's get some of my pretty crystals now. See, they're tumbled crystals. That's what it is. They've been tumbled, so they've got a very smooth surface. And I think I'm going to place them just in like a line, not all the way into the center, because, you know, people like to use the center of their boards. And I'll do it on each side. And you can see the white in through, you can see the green, and even some of the pretty wood is still showing through. and to make the set totally go together, I will put a little line of them, not a big one, maybe just 3 on the coasters. Yeah. Something wants to come right off the edge. There we go. Okay. I think put you there, which means I'll need one more here to make you look kind of even. And I think we're done, guys. Other than the last few little things that I will do and show you in the morning, putting the legs on. Let's bring you down and show you what we look like. There's lots of really nice lacing from my white, winter white, and that very pretty green, blue, greeny blue of the Northern Lights. Artisue's green gold, giving it that shimmer. And the dark gold, or the dark green, just enough in the background to set it all off. So hopefully they will set up very nicely. And that is that. So guys, I hope you have, that's it for tonight. This is our new board. We'll be putting legs on it in the morning, and I'll use the rest of my resin tonight in a few little molds. I'm really overdoing the crystal molds, but I've got tons of candles to do up, so I'll do that. But this is our set for tonight. Thanks for joining me, and remember what I said, go on over and give my new friend Kenella, it's such a pretty name if I am saying it right, go on over and give her a peek on her YouTube channel. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And remember what I said, I'm going to do a promotion when my colors come in, so you can try the new colors and the resin. And like I said, guys, just give it a chance. Doesn't hurt. Give it a chance. Okay, have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.